Hey YouTube, Survival Savage here. Just wanted to kind of take a minute to talk about the channel, what it's going to be about and stuff like that. So I recently decided to go and start building a little Bugout bag just for fun. And I kind of got really into it. It all started when I had a custom built AR completed, and I started thinking about it like, oh gee, well, you know what? I already got one of the most expensive parts of it, so why not go ahead and start building off of that. I've been planning and doing some research for about 6 months. I am not complete yet with my bag. Still have a little bit of ways to go before I'm ready to go ahead and give my first 73-hour trial. And this is just kind of where I'm at so far. I just kind of wanted to show you my setup, what I've got, and what my shortcomings are so far. So the bag I'm using, I actually got from Walmart for, I think it was like 25 bucks. Pretty simple. I liked it because it had lots of webbing on it, and I can use that. It had a nice big slot for a big canteen, and I just kind of added onto it here and there, using things I'm either familiar with or thought that would be relatively easy for me to go ahead and translate what I already know and what I'm experienced in into, if that makes any sense. So my bag for immediate access, I got these, I'm not going to pull those out because those are a pain in the ass to get back in there. Basically these little fire poker sticks. I bent them over so that way I can fit them on the webbing. I can use them for cooking meat. Well, it's a fire poker stick. It's pretty much self-explanatory. You can use it for anything. I'm sure I could probably find more uses once I'm actually out there. Maybe I can, use that as part of a shelter or something like that. I don't know. I can use it for anything. Got my canteen here. The canteen. This thing was way too much money, as you can see. A big reason why I picked this one, and believe me, I put a lot of thought and effort into this. Sorry about that. You need 2 hands for that. But a big reason why I picked this one specifically is I did a lot of research. I thought about it quite a bit. And something I found out is that single wall steel canteens are the best because you can put them over a fire, you can freeze them, you can do a lot of things with them, and you don't have to worry about busting the inner layer, the inner shells. If you have insulation, you don't have to worry about melting the insulation. It's just simple steel, and I can do a lot with it. Stainless steel is easy to clean. Don't have to worry. Whereas the plastic ones are also easy to clean. They're probably even a little bit. They may even be a little bit lighter than this, but they will melt if you try to put them over a fire. This I can put over a fire. I can heat the water up, clean it, and boil it. Just that easy. I'm going to set this off over here for now. Little poker sticks. So this is one of my newest additions. This little baggie right here. I had to kind of look around a little bit, but I managed to find this one over at Sportsman's Warehouse. This one I wanted here specifically, and I wanted this specific pouch so I can put the things I wanted, these particular things in it. Now I have these gloves right here, these mechanics gloves, and I've used these exact same gloves at work. Just the gray ones or whatever. I like the camouflage ones just because America. But I wanted these ones. I got these ones. I have knuckle protection here, all this rubber. I have hand and grip protection here with the extra layers, extra padding and stuff like that. So that way I can go ahead and do things like if I want to dig a foxhole, if I want to chop down a tree or whatever, I don't got to worry about busting up my hands too much, and I can do more work and more comfortably, as well as there's the factor of, I can keep my hands warm with these too. They're not that bad. But in a snow situation or freezing cold situation, I'm going to need more than just this. And that's where these come in. Now, these are simple little gloves I bought at Circle K. I think they're like $3 or $4 or whatever. There's only one thing that these gloves are good for: keeping your hands warm. And that's the only thing I will ever use them for, just keeping my hands warm. I will never dig into snow. I will never do work in these. Just like I said, there's only one thing these are good for, And if I was going to do things in freezing temperatures, I'd probably wear these underneath these just because these are so thin and so small. But that way I can keep my hands nice and toasty. Next, and bear in mind, like I said, this bag, I wanted to have it right here so I could have immediate access to very, very important things just in case I got caught in a rainstorm, sandstorm, something like that. I wanted to have access to these things rapidly. Next up is my scarf. This one I bought from a surplus store, but they're pretty much all the same. I like this one just because it's super cool. There's literally no point in me buying this one specifically. They're all the same. They'll all work the same. They're all pretty much the same thing. Things you can do with these, like I said, you can cover your face in a sandstorm. You can, if you're making a shelter, you can use this as a door. You can, something I'm actually the biggest fan of with this is if you're at a muddy puddle, you're getting water out of, if you're getting water in general off the ground, I'd recommend taking one of these. Give me a second while I open up my canteen again. But I would take one of these. I would, first of all, I wouldn't use my actual canteen. I'd use a gray water bucket or bucket, not a clean water bucket or container like this. But I would stick this. I'd use 2 or 3 layers, kind of like how I am. But I would just stick this over the opening on the container. Create a little divot right there, something like that. A little dent for the water to fall into. And I'd let the either a bandana or the scarf filter out the dirt and all the crap I don't want gritting in my teeth. I do have a life straw, but by pre-filtering it like this, it's gonna let that life straw last longer. So not always a bad thing. I got guinea pigs right there. Next up, I got compass. Pretty generic little one. These are very similar to the ones that I'm used to using and the way it functions. So I wanted to get something I was familiar with. And if I had all the money in the world, I'd go ahead and just get a compass like the one that I used in the military, but not kind of on a budget here. Compass isn't my biggest priority because I already know where I'm going, and I know the area that I'm going to be going into, but it doesn't hurt to have it. Next up, got a couple more bungee cords right here. And I got this poncho. This is a regular full-size poncho. It's just like the one. It's exactly like the ones, for that matter, that you can get from surplus stores. I got this one from a surplus store. But these are just like the ones you get from surplus stores that are issued to the military. They're typically BDU or ACU. I got lucky and I found this. These are being issued currently. There's not a lot of these on the market unless you order them. So if you go to a surplus store and you're able to find one, get it. Where I live, here in Albuquerque, New Mexico, I have a lot of mountains off to my east. I have a river down the middle of the city. I wanted this one specifically because it blends into a lot more things than ACU or BDU will. With a little bit of dirt on it, I can blend in the mountains a lot easier. It's just, this multicam, it speaks for itself. It is what it is. And that's it for that one. So this is pretty self-explanatory. It's a e-tool, an e-tool carrier. I bought this one from. Did I get this shovel from Walmart, hun? Yeah. Yeah, I got this. So I got this one from Walmart. Quality-wise, untested, I cannot find any differences between these ones and the military ones. Other than these edges seem a little bit better on this one from Walmart. The big reason why I wanted one of these e-tools is because of what you can do with it. Okay, I give up on that. Alright, so what I can do with it, I can use it as a shovel. I can fold it over like that. I can use this to dig into the ground as a hoe. Also straight, I can use it. I can use this edge as if I sharpen this up a little bit, I can use this as that as a saw. Sorry. Or I can hack down a tree, a small tree. I don't know, but yeah. So I got that. I wanted an e-tool carrier. The only options I had was either black ACU or BDU. I went with BDU. What else do we got? All right. So then I got these bungee cords here. I use these two to help hold my gloves on here. That way, I don't have any noisy ass carabiners bouncing around and making noise on my bag. I actually do need to I do need to actually wrap this with like a rag or something like that, so that way it's not making noise in the carrier. Right here, got a little Leatherman, or let's see, Ozark Trail. Oh, okay, cool. I'm pretty sure this is one of theirs. I found it in a car. I don't care. It works. It's got all the tools on it. Nothing's bent. Nothing's broken. Nothing's chewed up. In this little pouch, I have a little $10. I don't want to pull that out because I think it was a pain in the dick to get in there. But I have a little $10 first aid kit. Covers most boo-boos, whatnot. So I'm going to go move on to the next pouch. So I'm going to work my way from the smallest pouches on forward. This bag in particular has 3 pouches. It has a small paper pouch right up here in front. And in here, I have a good size Right in the Rain book, which reminds me to start putting some notes in that. Does it have a protractor in it? I hope to God it does. That'd be really amazing because I need a protractor. No, it doesn't. That sucks. Okay, anyway, so I got Right in the Rain, and I got a map of the area that I'm going to be going into should shit hit the fan. That's all I got in there. I'm going to stop this video here, and I'll go ahead and pick up another video here soon. We'll start going through this pouch. Then we'll start going through the main pouch in the next 2 videos. Hope you enjoy. Comments, questions, whatever. Just post them, and I'll do my best to stay in touch with you guys and stay on top of it.